Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another great arcade game video for you this evening. Check out what we have here. This is something special, folks, in more ways than one. This is the famous Technos WWF Wrestlefest arcade game. What a great game. WWF, also known as WWE now, put this out in, I believe, 91. I think I'm right on that. We'll check here in a second. And burnt up the arcades with it. Now, most of these were 4-player versions. And then those were the dedicated versions, most of them. And then there was also a 2-player version that you saw in most of the kits. This is a kind of hard to find 3-player version, which it's not dedicated, it's a kit. It just means that they put it in a 3-player cabinet. We'll talk more about that here in a second. If any of you are really good at identifying cabinets, you may have already figured out what this one was, but something special. So we'll check it out. This is a fantastic game. If you're into wrestling, you can't beat this. So, like I said, it's a kit. They've done a really good job. And it's not a kit as in it's just a 4-player with 1 player turned off or anything like that. Wrestlefest you could actually set up as a 3-player game. And so it was designed to go into a 3-player cabinet, of which there aren't many, but there are a few. And this is one of them. They did a really good job on this kit. The artwork on Wrestlefest is always cool. It's got a nice marquee. It's got the lasers and stuff going on behind the artwork that screams 90s at you. They made the characters bigger than they were in the WWF Superstars, which we've already done a video of on here. So the graphics are a little better. It moved along a little farther than it was on the WWF Superstars, and there's more characters too. But check this out. Now, if you're into wrestling, it doesn't get much better than this. Check this out. WWF Wrestlefest. Now let's look at the characters, right? So this is the big boss man. And I think his real name was Ray Traylor, and he has passed away. He's no longer with us. But if you were into wrestling in the 90s, you know all about him. He was the man there for a little while. This is Hulk from the Legion of Doom, also known as the Road Warriors. Hulk has also passed away, unfortunately. He was the man. Oh, what a rush, right? This is Animal from the Legion of Doom, also known as the Road Warriors. He's still with us. This is Jake the Snake Roberts, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Was really good at like the psychological side of pro wrestling, like putting on a good show. He's still with us, thank God. This is the Earthquake. Remember him? John Tenta was his name, I believe, and he's passed away, unfortunately. There's the man that needs no introduction, Hulk Hogan, most famous wrestler ever lived, still with us, but retired. Oh, by the way, Jake the Snake is still with us, but retired. And Animal, still with us, but retired. Of course, these guys, they were around a long time ago. This is 1991, so we're talking, it's been 25 years now. The Ultimate Warrior, in his full-on freak-out mode, unfortunately has passed away as well. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, is still with us, still healthy, still doing great. He's retired, but he's actually a preacher now, which somebody was pointing out to me on our WWF Superstars video. They thought was very ironic. But he is a preacher and doing really well. Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, one of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived. Very, very talented man. Unfortunately, has also passed away. Always loved him. This is Crush of Demolition. So we've got both of the guys from Demolition. There was a third guy from Demolition, Axe, but I think by this time he was kind of an older guy, so he had retired. But Crush has also passed away. This guy has passed away. I think his name's Brian Adams. I might have that right. This is Smash of Demolition. I believe he's still with us, but retired. He may actually still be wrestling on like the independent circuits and stuff. And then Sergeant Slaughter. Still doing well, I'm happy to announce, and still looks just like that, although he's of course much older now, but he's also retired. I met him one time. That guy was huge, just a giant man. I met him. I worked with a girl that was his daughter actually, and she introduced me to him one time, and he was in their van. I went outside and said hey to him, and we opened up the door, and there was this huge man filling up like the whole side of the van, just this huge guy, and he was a real nice guy and very polite and everything. And that's an order. All right, so the bezel is kind of the same on all of the versions, but it's got the same thing going on. It shows the pictures of them along the top and along the sides, and it says featuring World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Challenge and Battle Royal. So there were 2 modes on the game that made it really fun. Check this out. How to play. To dash, press the A and B buttons together, so that makes you run. So you've got 2 buttons on each player. To make a flying body attack while your opponent is out of the ring, dash and press the A or B button. To fall, stand where the lying WWF superstar's body is and press the B button. To stand the opponent up, stand where the lying WWF superstar's head is and press the A button. To attack the lying wrestler, stand where the lying wrestler's body is and press the A button. To perform sleeper hold, stand behind the opponent and press the A button. To sling opponent to the ropes, when the WWF superstars grasp each other's shoulders, press the B button. To try a headlock, when the WWF superstars grasp each other's shoulders, press the A button. To bear hug your opponent, stand behind the opponent and press the B button. And here we go. To use special techniques, while in a headlock, press the A or B button. Each special WWF superstar has its own special moves. By moving the joystick and pressing the A or B button, you can duplicate many of the WWF superstars' favorite moves. I'll show you more of that here in a minute. And then over here, this is interesting. If you notice, this part over here is a little faded, and this part isn't. That's because this is a sticker. So you had different stickers depending on how many, what cabinet you were putting it in. If it was a 4-player, a 3-player, or a 2-player. So see what it says. So this is a sticker over the other text that was on the bezel. So it says 2 modes of play. WWF Wrestlefest offers 2 different modes of play: Tag Team Challenge and Battle Royal. Simply insert coins and select the mode of play using the joystick. So here it says interactive play. WWF Wrestlefest can be played by up to 3 players at one time. So on the actual bezel behind it, it says 4 players. But if you put this sticker on, it's for the 3-player version, and there was another sticker that they gave you with the kit that made it the 2-player version. And you changed all that with the dip switch on the board. Buy-in feature. Players can join this game at any time. Insert coins and press your colored start button. Game continuation. If your power runs low at any time during the game, insert additional coins and press your colored start button to increase your energy. Check this out. We'll show you something special. This is the Ultimate Warrior. This is the track mode. He's going to do his little finishing move. Look, he's calling for the gorilla press. He picks him up and does it. Then he's going to jump off the ropes and do a body splash. And then check this one out. Jake the Snake. Here it comes. You ready for it? Here it goes. Oh, his famous DDT. The big boss man had the boss man slam. Wasn't that like a yeah. It's his finishing move. All right, they show Mr. Perfect sometimes. That's just one of the coolest things ever. The Perfect Plex. Oh, here they're gonna show some more. The Cobra Clutch. He's standing at attention. Here we go. Oh man. All right, here we go. Kurt Hennig. I think it was Hennig, but they called him Henning in wrestling. So here comes his Perfect Plex. One of the coolest moves ever. He pinned guys like this. Look at that. And he'd hold it while he counted to 3. And the Earthquake is going to do his vertical splash. It's so cool how they all had like their own little moves that they used in the game. I mean, in the ring, they would do it in the game too. All right, here it goes. Remember that? Oh, the $1 Million Man and his $1 Million Dream. This guy was a fantastic wrestler. Ted DiBiase. Here it goes. He got him. And then he'd choke him out like that. So anyway, game start. Memories, right? Battle Royal. Simply insert coin and press your colored start button. Tag Team Challenge. Refer to diagram below. One player versus CPU. You can press any start button. First player versus the second player. Press one start button from each team A and B. So this gets kind of complicated because they're trying to do it with only 3 people. 2 players versus CPU. Press 2 start buttons from team A. And then 2 players versus 1 player plus 2 start buttons from team A and 1 from team B. So it's not as confusing as it sounds. Now, we talked about all that, and I'm going to film the game so you can see what Wrestlefest is like if you haven't played it in forever. But the mystery about the cabinet, why is it in a 3-player cabinet? Now, if you look at the front, look at that. It's got 3 coin slots. So it was always a 3-player game, right? Now, what game came from the factory as a 3-player game? Not many of them. This game at one point was not a Wrestlefest. It was originally from the factory. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. What do you know about that? Very rare game. We've actually had about 3 of these. They've all been converted though. They aren't Moonwalker anymore. If they were Moonwalker, we would be very happy. So this is a Michael Jackson Moonwalker. It just doesn't have any of the artwork, doesn't have the game board. Kind of sad in one way, but in another way, it's a Wrestlefest, which is also a great game. If you look at the flyer for Moonwalker, this is exactly how the joysticks are laid out on Moonwalker. So under this art may be the original Moonwalker artwork, I don't know. But the side art's missing, and of course the game board's missing, which is fairly expensive. But there you go, that is WWF Wrestlefest. I will grab the tripod, we'll play it a little bit, and you can tell me what you think. Here comes the Cobra clutch, people. You ready for that? Oh no! Here comes that perfect plex we were talking about. Man, what a cool move. Alright, so to do their special techniques while in a headlock, press the A or B button. Each special WWF superstar has its own special moves. By moving the joystick and pressing the A or B button, you can duplicate many of the WWF superstars' favorite moves. Alright, so we'll try it out, folks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any of the finishing moves, because he's not doing that in a headlock, obviously. I think we do the Battle Royal, right? And we'll be... let's be Jake the Snake. Alright, so if you hit A, you do different moves. I think based on where you have the joystick. All right, so we'll try the. Very cool. I gotta figure out how to get them in the. Gotta figure out how to get them in the. How do you get them in a headlock? Try a headlock. Well, WWF superstars grasp these other shoulders, press the A button. Okay, I've been doing that. Oh, neck breaker. Oh, I pulled it off. Pretty cool. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Uh-oh, here comes the warrior. Ah, that's so cool. Jake Roberts had a pretty good sleeper hold, didn't he? Back in the day. Man, this. And I'm gonna go for another DDT. Oh no! Oh man, that looked like it was painful. I'm getting lost in the sprite. Oh, and that's over. Yeah, that's how you do it, buddy. I was going to pin him. Come on now. Oh. That looked just like Perfect's drop kick that he used to do. Oh man, I was going to pin him.
1, 2, 3. The Perfect. Qualified.
Sure, you can do that to the big boss man. Apparently he didn't want none. a 2 count. Oh, he got out of the... I thought it was over. Oh, man. Let's try this one more time.
One, two, three.
You hear that, folks? The king of Royal Rumble. There's the Hulkster. There's the Warrior. There's Jake. Yep, beat the game. Took me 8 minutes. If I had more people here, I'd play the tag team version, but what can you do? The end. All right, so by the time you see this video, folks, we may not even have Wrestlefest for sale anymore. It might have walked down the aisle to somebody else's ring. But you can check out all the things we do have for sale on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. We've always got it up to date. This one's on there right now. It's still available, but by the time this video is published, maybe not. If you've got anything you're looking for, feel free to email us. You know, we can tell you if we've got one in storage or something that we're going to be working on soon. Or you can stop by and see us. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We've got a showroom full of arcade games like this that we have fun getting going again and then selling them to people, usually for their home. Sometimes for they'll put them out on location, or we've got some a lot of barcades have been popping up lately buying stuff. So a lot of these are making it back out and earning quarters as well. So you can stop by and see us, or check out our website. If you can't do either one of those, make sure you subscribe to us, because every time we get a new game in, we put up a video. We film a video or two a week usually, and we put them up for all of our YouTube friends. Oh, what a rush. We'll see you on the next video.